Welcome. Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. You just want to find an upright position where your back can be straight. I'm not really sure why it works, but it does. When your back is straight, it's easier to pay attention. It's kind of like our day-to-day. If you're slouched around, you're walking through life, you're kind of hunched over. It's kind of an attitude thing. A lot of people who are sad or have depression will do that. And I know when I was depressed, I was always hunched over or fearful or anxious, And then those people who are really just gotta go to work, gotta get up, gotta go, just like this, and they got their back straight, and they're alive, they're like, we want to have a straight back that's loosey goosey, not crazy tight, but also not hunched over and depressed, somewhere in the middle, just here, not trying to get anywhere. So any position works though. You can even lie down to get a straight back if that works for you. You can sit in a chair, however you like. Also, this meditation is an open eye meditation. We don't close our eyes. There's many good reasons for this. When I'm sure people who show up daily are tired of me repeating the same thing over and over, but it is quite important. First off, we want to try to blur the line between a practice of meditation and the rest of our life. We don't want to have it centered for just this time, and then we got our everyday, and then I got to get back to meditation. It's more so that meditation transcends all through life. It transfers, rather, to the rest of our life. And during our day-to-day, our eyes are open, so we should practice with our eyes open. It's also a really great tool, because when you're lost in thought, you lose your eyes. You also lose your ears, your nose, your mouth, your tongue, your body, your mind. You're just lost in thought. You're not here, you're in some world. So when you lose sight of the floor or the desk or whatever it is you're looking at, it's an indicator, it's a red flag to come back to breathing, come back to attention, come back to awareness, because the floor isn't clear. So we keep our eyes open. However, if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed, please feel free to do so. There's no tightness to this meditation practice. And if you're new, I would suggest to keep your eyes open. If this is your first time meditating, keep your eyes open. It will help for that division, that blurring of that line between formal practice and our everyday life. But with your eyes open, if they are open, go ahead and just glance down in front of you, maybe about a foot away from you. It could be on a desk, just as long as you're not looking at the screen. You don't need to worry about what's on the screen. I know I got pretty Christmas lights and stuff going on. Don't worry about any of those. Just look down. Not staring and analyzing and wondering and contemplating, and not fuzzy, blurry, and zoned out. We are very clear and awake and present, alive, becoming and noticing what is. Back straight, not tight. Eyes open, down. Let's begin with a question that I ask usually. Just to begin this meditation, investigate this. What is here right now when there are no problems to be solved? What is here right now when there are no problems to be solved? There's nowhere to go, nothing to accomplish, nothing to become. What's left? There's no future to get to, and there's no past that you came from. There's just this moment. What is it? Come back. What's here? There are no problems to be solved. Transcendence, transcending the mind, is not going above or below the mind. Thoughts, problems, worries, stories. It's remaining right here before this next thought arises. Just notice this moment as it is, and let your mind run just as it wants to. Don't give it attention by ignoring it, and don't give it attention by following it. Just come back Now it feels like there's something here. Some person trying to direct their attention away from thinking. It feels like this person is somewhere in our head, behind our eyes, between our ears, using the body to experience the outside world. Instead of just trying to pay attention to the present moment as it is, bring your attention to the breath, the coming and going sensations of breathing. Noticing the breath can only happen now, not in 10 seconds, not in 5 minutes before. So bring your attention to breathing. Simply notice the sensations. When the breath is inhaled, the expansion of the chest and the abdomen. And as it contracts, the breath comes out. Simply notice this and stay with it. Come back. Come back to breathing. Now it still feels here that there's a person directing attention to the breath. There's a you that is listening to a guided meditation video. An identity, a life story, a one who feels to reside in the head somewhere, above the breath. In the same way that you found your breath, with attention, can you find the one that notices breathing? Turn your attention back. Where does it come from? This isn't a matter of thinking or answers. Right here, in this moment, what sits here? What hears this voice? Don't look for an answer. Just turn your attention back towards itself. Where does it come from? When you look for yourself, and it feels confusing, or you can't find anything, or it doesn't make sense, remain. Remain. Don't move. Okay, you can look at the screen. You know, you'll hear the word transcendence a lot. And it's a little deceiving. You'll hear it in maybe other meditation videos, other teachers. They'll use the word transcendence. But transcendence isn't the right word really, because it feels like we're going above something, like we're leaving behind something and going above something. And really, when we look, you can't help but to be transcended. What do I mean by that? Is that what you actually are, the space to which hears this voice and sees the video. We think it's a person because we're attached to thinking. But there's something that isn't touched at all. Like if your idea of you left, or if you were a baby and you had no idea what your personality is or anything, the baby still hears, sees, tastes, touch. There's an experience that's never changed since your birth. A dimension that isn't touched by this or that. It is effortlessly and choicelessly aware. So it's not a transcendence, it's more of a remaining. Another way to put it is really kind of like what I guess I just thought of a stupid name for it, but the transcendence triangle. So you got like a triangle. Here's the bottom of the triangle. And over here, you have being lost in thought and confused and frustrated and worried and normal living. And then over here, you have mindfulness, being free from thinking. But both being mindful, being lost in thought, being mindful, being lost in thought, a lot of us are just trying to get over here to the mindfulness stuff. And then we get lost, and then we try to come back into the mindfulness stuff. But this is all as if you were a person, a thing. But the third point, the triangle that makes it here, I don't know if this is really good, I should make a graph, but the triangle point here, there's something here that notices being lost in thought and notices being mindful. There's something here that isn't touched by any of this activity. It's always been here. And in a way, you can say that is transcending, but there's no you that gets there. It's like you have an open palm or a fist. There's nothing that the open palm can do when it's a fist, right? So there's no open palm here. It's just fist, and there's open palm. So there's no like, the open palm doesn't go anywhere to become a fist. It's just fist and open palm. Might not be the best analogy, but this place is already available. And when we turn back and look for the one we feel to be going along on this line, we're turning back towards what is already here. The one that notices all of it. Now, if you have any questions about what we talk about here, please comment below. And I answer all questions. Also, please let me know how your experience is going. I've been loving the comments every single day about how people are listening to this every day, and when they're listening and they're showing up every day, or that it's helped them become less identified with their mind. And it's been really useful for me, but it's also, I hope, useful for others, because really the goal here is to build a meditation community of secular meditators. People are in it to wake up from the dream of being a self, being my life. So please comment below and let me know how your life is going and how your meditation practice is going. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to just comment below. Your questions also help others, because I promise you, if you have a question, somebody else does too, the same one. And I post videos like this every day, so if you are interested in starting or beginning or continuing a meditation practice, join the Attentive Mind. I will be here for you every single day. No exceptions. Thank you for your time. Thank you for showing up for your life. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.